Welcome back. This is part 2 of the reason about regarding brother CMR and what he's dealing with at the hands of the social media experts. Yeah. So we'll just maybe recap a little bit in 30 seconds. All right, so you don't know this the Instagram thing. I work with my thing already. Them put a time up on my page where me can talk for a certain amount of time. You see? However, you can join the reasoning in on YouTube on Subi the Warrior. You can subscribe to Subi the Warrior on YouTube. We're going with the reasoning because we have a reason, we have to talk, we have to make sense of have to try and make sense of the madness, and we have to put in our our 2 cents, I guess, upon the social issues them. Yeah, so we'll continue to do that. We will not, excuse me, we will not get ahead of ourselves when it comes on to putting forward the information where can change lives. You see? So it's Subi the Warrior, Brenda Lee. Subi the Warrior upon YouTube. You see it right there. Subi the Warrior. Yeah. So, just to recap the reasoning about brother CMR. So we're talking in part 1 about the amount of people that we see are having a field day, and the amount of hate and in my view, hurtful words. I'm gonna call it that. In my view, hurtful words. Let me say them a direct at the brother. I think say it's a little bit hypocritical, and I think say some of y'all need to just chill out. Some of y'all need to just chill out. So that was what we were talking about in part 1, and we were drawing references from the words of God, the Bible, where Jesus asked anyone without sin cast the first stone, and nobody couldn't fling a stone. So we were kind of reasoning from that angle. Also to point out that African men are polygamous by nature, and because men cannot be honest about who they truly are, they are labeled as whatever they are labeled as dogs and drunkards and all them things there, and serial cheaters and womanizers and all them things there. So if you did not watch part 1, you have to watch part 1 before you get to part 2. And this is actually the part 2 of that conversation. Okay? Now, back to the argument of polygamous relationships or polygamy, right? Well, women, they you know, whenever men talk about polygamous relationships or polygamy, women they reply with or they push back with they want to also have multiple men as well. Well, no one is saying you can't have multiple men. Understand? If that's what you want to do, you know, if there's a purpose on your life and if there's a need that you have to, you know, fill, well, go ahead with your multiple men. However, nature strongly goes against that. You see? So from a scientific approach or reasoning, you would have to figure out, you know, the fishy scent of your vagina. Not saying that men, you know, based on the world that we're living in or the world that they created, not saying men cannot go out there and get something and mess you up as well, because that is what they created. They created something to go against the natural order of life or creation or reproduction. So of course we understand that as well, and that's why we encourage men to be careful and be honest with yourself and whosoever you're in a relationship with. Case in point, if you realize that you know, you cannot have one woman, be honest with the woman. She's gonna, you know, some women are going to, are most women in the Western world, they're going to leave, or they're going to quote unquote fuck on you, because them are going to think so because you come tell them say you want to be with somebody else that you're attracted to, they must do the same thing. The difference is they're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to give you a choice to say, oh, I want to do it as well, so you can decide if you can deal with it. If you want to add to the pool that, you know, is being created in where she holds the semen when it is released into her, you know, that is something that women will not tell you. You know, most women will not come to you and say, okay, that is what I want as well. You know, they will go behind your back and they will sleep with who they want to sleep with and tell them friends and so forth and so on. Now, what we have to understand is, as I was saying in part 1, that this thing was created to suppress the black man's true feelings. Yeah, this thing that they created called monogamous or monogamy was created to suppress the black man's feeling, the African man feeling, because the African man is a provider by nature. The African man is a protector by nature. The African man is a person, or is a man who is supposed to oversee, you know what is happening with his tribe. You see, like how the lion oversee, protects, care for his pride. You see, that is the nature of the African man. That means a lion does not get a lioness pregnant and walk away because another lioness is jealous. No, that lion will protect all the cubs with his life, and the females. You see, so the African man was taken out of his habitat and placed in a place, or in a society where he has to suppress his true, lion characters or attributes, right? His lion's attributes. So that is where we have a lot of issues with quote unquote men cheating in the Western world, and a lot of men get punished because they quote unquote cheat, or they commit infidelity, or there's those type of things. See? That is what it is. So until the black man can be honest, yeah, and maybe it will never happen, because now women, quote unquote, have jealousy, and women are independent and they have climbed the corporate ladder and all of these things, and they don't need a man to be complete, and all of these things that they taught these sisters. Or they can go find a white brother because the white men are more loving and more caring. You see? I don't think it is possible for men to be honest on this side of the world or globe, or whatever you want to call it, the West, because it's a system that is put in place, and the system was a system that was that continued to build the system for years, centuries. They build the system, this perfect family system, the perfect family, and they show you pictures of what the perfect family looks like. You see? What they don't show you is what caused the imperfect family to look the way how it looks. That is what they don't teach us, They don't teach us the truth. They don't teach us the truth about why the imperfect family is the way it is. They don't teach us that when you remove the man from any situation or any relationship, there becomes an imbalance. And that is how a lot of men are driven from their families, driven from their homes, because them go get a baby outside with a woman, And this thing that they created, this manufactured thing that was created called jealousy, where a lot of women develop that attribute or that emotion, And they say, oh, you don't respect my feeling, you don't this and you don't that and whatever. That thing now, helps to drive the man away from the family, drive the man out of the home. And now the government can step in and play the role of the man. Or the woman is now single lady, and she continues to be a single lady for many years. And what are single ladies? Single ladies are women that either have no man, or them have a man that come and go, or them have many men that them keep changing or rotating, because things are not working out, because they're trying to find the perfect man in a Western society. And in my view, that is hard to find in the African community, in our diaspora. So what this does, when this whole monogamous jealousy and all of them things that was created, and fear of, disease and all of them things there, which they created the disease and now telling you to be afraid of it, right? Knowing what they were doing when they created these diseases, right, to control the population. Now, what happens when the man is no longer in the home? Or this man does not have a relationship, a built-in relationship. We're not talking relationship where a man go at the gate, go drop off money. We're not talking a relationship where you're on the phone and talk to your youth them on Instagram, or talk to them on WhatsApp Live, or on whatever the device, whatever the app they have now. Yeah? We're talking about the man is not in the homes. The men are driven out of the homes, right? And the women, they become vulnerable. And the children, they become vulnerable. You see? The children become vulnerable. And of course, especially little boys, when daddy is not around to protect them, the predators see that daddy is not there. And when daddy is not there with the children around, because daddy I go pick up on certain behavior when mommy may not pick up on, or vice versa. Mommy may pick up on behaviors where daddy don't pick up on, but somebody is there, we catch it. So a lot of these fathers that are driven out of the homes, when they drive them out of the homes and leave the children alone, what do you think happen? The children are preyed on. You see? The children are victimized. And this now destroys the children's lives forever. So a lot of you out there running around and driving around the men out of the homes and ganging up on the internet to encourage driving men out of the homes because they quote unquote cheat. Just know that while you're driving the man off, just know, say, the predators them are line up to take advantage of the children them. And I'm not saying men should abuse this whole thing of the fear of predators attacking your children, but it's a reality. You understand? I'm not saying we should use that still to be, this to have multiple women or whatever it is. I'm not saying to use that because we don't want to act as if we're manipulating a situation, but it's a reality. It's a reality. The men are driven out of the homes because of a westernized doctrine or dogma that they indoctrinated us with. And the children suffer as a consequence. And if you're going to tell me that the black or the African diaspora or the African communities, if you're going to tell me that they are much better, or they're, it's working with driving the men out of the homes, then be my guest. Because the last time me check, Zane, me no see that. The last time me check, me can find out is about abuse. A man fling an next pitney upon the baby mother, and him gone too. And next man fling an next pitney upon the baby mother, and him gone too. And that is it, and the cycle continues. Yes, what may I say? And some women, they do have a problem with a man walking away, leaving children them too. Know that too. Some woman will be happy for a man walk away, leaving children them and leave them to predators, and even when the predators them take advantage of the children, and them know this. Yeah? Because men are protectors by nature. Then when the man walk away and the children them become victims, them not care. Them not care about that. Them not take that into consideration. Them have no problem with that. You see? They have no problem with you walking away, leave your children, and leave them at the mercy of stepdaddies and cousins and uncles and neighbors. They have no problem with that. They have no problem with your children suffering. They want you to get up and walk if you're picking them. Turn your back. I know some women, them don't even want you to talk to your baby mother. You have some women, them don't even want you to call your child's name around them. You have some woman, them will not mind. You turn your back on your pitney them and left them to the mercy of the wolves them. And the vampires them out there. That's how the woman them programmed. Them not have nothing. Name feelings towards where you are got through. We know say you have a youth out there. Them want you hide all the pitney from them. And here with the wickedest thing. Them you have to hide that child or those children from them other siblings. You don't have them already. Remember me don't tell you say you can't go against the order of nature. You can't go against the cycle of life. No matter how much doctrine or dogma them create, you cannot go against reproduction and the cycle of life. Man I go always err. There is no way them can control population to the point where men stop reproduce. The jellyfish them in the sea, where them responsible for combing the sea, them reproduce abundantly when there's a need to, just by nature's call. You see? That is it. You see a real woman look out for your other children them. Yeah. Because I saw the African woman's stay. The hybrid African where them have in the West, yeah. And them one they tell you turn your back when you pitney them. The hybridized African them in the West. Or the one them where them take and turn into something else. The one them where have the straight hair and the brown skin. The white skin. The one them where love come tell about say, oh, you know, I'm gonna start dating a white man. Because them think say over on the other side is greener. You see? That is it. They don't care. They don't care if your child go hospital. And them not have no history of the father in the system. So them can detect early signs of any form of sickness or genetic disorder where the child may have. You see? Understand that. Because of the programming. In my view, if a woman can't deal with a man stealing them children's them life, and what I mean in them children's them life, I mean say no, him no want no man raise him pitney them, him no want no stepdaddy raise him pitney them. Lady, if you want go on and allow me pitney them. And that me I say, you know. Me not deal with that. Coagate the drop off child and drop off pitney and them something. No. That before that when me did uneducated. That when me did oblivious to where really I go on. That when me never know say the world is such a wicked place. Where even the stepdaddy where the woman pick up and molest the pitney them. That before me really realize how the agenda is set. For turn with little boys them. In a females. For turn with little girls them in a whatever them want to turn them into. Because everything is designed. It's a design to mash up the black population. You have to understand that. So me not go drive my woman with my pitney them. Zane, I say, go do with the next man. No. If you feel like say, yo, my life not suit you, sister go on, but you will go on now, leave your pitney them. Me will find we and take care of them because the lion I go take care of them. The lion I go protect them. Me no know what happened to them when me asleep. Me can't sleep. You see, no found out there when I say, brother CMR, Chris, if he left him and go fuck pan him, go find a man and fuck. With 4 little girls. With 4 little girls. If you go bring in Mr. What you call it now? Fix things. Mr. Fix things. She go bring in Mr. Fix things now when I the 4 little youth them life. And when him done fix she and she gonna work or she leave him now for babysit. Him start fix the girls them too. And them girls they traumatized and all manner of things reach them for the rest of them life. Because some people on the internet know them have the answers. And the answer is just go find a Mr. Fix it. CJ? You hungry?
Oh,
We need some patty. But a veggie patty though.
okay.
So all the experts them we are talking now. Me know says a quick fix. For you get more things to talk about. Because you want a quick fix so you can find more things to talk about on the internet for you know, for have you chats them and expert analysis on people life. But just know the world that we're living in now. Just know the world we are living now. And it's time for men to be honest. And sisters, keep on fooling yourself. Some real brothers out there when naga walk left them pitney. And them polygamous by nature. So me understand say we know the perfect life and all of them things here. Based on the European definition of the perfect life. But remember me tell you say we not go always have man we a cheat. We not go always have man we a hanky panky round so hanky panky round so. And no respect nah go dead there. Una say disrespect and all them things there, man, and disrespect una and all them things there. If a man come to una and tell him the truth. Listen me, no for you know. Una run left una man. Try to find out say him have a one woman. One woman. And go there with a man with 5 girl. No for una run left una man. Good home. Good bed. Nice life. Una have. Una comfortable. Nobody now look for. Nobody now bother una. Una sex when una feel like. Una do when una just cook when una feel like. And the man no have no problem too. No. You see? I wanna run left the man and run the man. And go take up man with all 5 women. You see? When you don't come tell the world when you go take up all a man with 5 women, you know. And I get some disease from some man out there too, you know, cause some man out there wanna run there for no good man, we straight. And I go there with some man we mix up. When I go there with some man we mix up. We want to have it both ways. You see? Now if I want to run left for no good man and go do threesome. Because when I go there with man, we both say, yo, you want to bring a next girl in the thing. Now found enough woman me know. We run left them man. But man a cheat. Him breed one woman, him breed one girl and me so hurt. And you so hurt and you go there with smarty man. You go there with smarty man. Because sisters, there are hardly any single men out there. And you find a single man in your 40s. Right now, take time to know him. And you go find a single man in him 40s right now. Take time to know him. Look upon him sideways. Better know that. In this world I know, where the ratio are like 10 to 1, 10 woman to 1 man, and you take up a 40 or a 50-year-old man about, oh, I'm single. Take time to know him. No for no woman want a CMR now in her life too. No for no woman. Uno forget some CMR now in her life too. Because no for some good man, you know. You just go get a one girl pregnant and find a little one, you know, yeah, him have a one, yeah. Get a one girl and get her pregnant and him love him youth and him say, John, no star, you know, so me get trap star, yo, me can't left me youth star. John, no. And the fear of, you know, the dog shit them where go come around him youth and the wicked man them and the raper them and the predator them out in other world and him just say, boy, John, no. So him rent all a place and him buy all a place and him put all him youth and him have all him youth there and him woman there and him have a gym screech. A gym screech and you go find out say him a gym screech and you find one little receipt or something. Or you find one money where him send. And you take Jesus off of the cross and crucify him again. And then you go meet up somebody worse. You meet up on somebody 10 times worse than CMR. You think the CMR did bad? No for no they take up some man worse than CMR. I want to know that too. Run go on. Run go on. One thing me have to say though. If you not go, just go. Nobody with the revenge something, nobody with the something who not try hurt back man and them something there. Just go. Just go, brethren. Just go. Because no real man not turn them back on them pitney. Or walk left them pitney. And you see a man with respect you, tell you the truth. A man will love you and care for you, tell you the truth. Your feelings cannot override the cycle of life. That natural. No for no woman right now. Would rather see black people go extinct than for know so no man go to go reproduce. If it calls for it. No, where you go? No, make everybody dead. No, make the black race dead off. No for no. And if it were the other way around, where uno to repopulate the earth or replenish, how would the back say? I think say we could have tell no, don't go do it. We can't tell no don't go put in a false body. We can't tell no don't go put in a false breast because we alright with the breast. No matter if it flat like slippers, we lift it up and put in our mouth. Yeah. We can't tell no don't do what no want to do. If it were up to uno, nobody could talk to uno. Because them set it away there for the man and become some little effeminate men, black men, where they can control. So because them know say uno have heaven between uno legs, them use it against we. You see? And that's the problem. No for uno want some dog shit, some real dog shit, man. Uno want some wake up call. Because no for uno find good man, you know. I know for uno find good honest man, but uno don't love honesty. Uno talk about say respect and just be honest. Uno no love honesty. Uno don't love honesty. Uno no mind a man turning back on him pitney them. Or him youth when him get a road. You know want hear about him, you know want chat about him, nothing at all, you know want him. No, I'm not to do with it. And a man the pitney get violated by the predators them out there. And the pitney have to live with that throughout him life. Just because the power of the pom pom where you have, and he get stuck with the power of the pom pom and turn him back on him own self. Because when a man go to go reproduce, himself him reproduce. Himself him reproduce. Back in the days when them never used to have all of them social media and all them same thing there and want them bag of something here. Enough man, you know, when you check it out of the history of Jamaica, enough man have, you know, children this or children this or children this and grandma never gone away. As a matter of fact, grandma cook and give all of them. Because she never fully Europeanized yet. She was on her way. You see? Look what we gone to. Look what we come to. As black people, I can come tell people about say, yo, we monogamous. And you have to get married and all of them things. Look what we come to. When Master had us on the plantation and we couldn't even sex when we want sex. When Master had us on the plantation and we couldn't get married. When Master had us locked up and controlled and tell us when to have sex, when to mate, when to breed, when to do anything sexual. And now we get to a point now where we are come tell the man, boss, say, come out, get out, get out, you get out, and you move in another man. We're worse than the man where you kick out. If you come take set upon the man picking them and breed up the man picking them and rape off the man picking them and violate the man picking them, you idiot. Because no the solution is go and fuck. Not try fix things. The black man must be honest with who he is. The Europeanized system where them created tell people we're gay to be honest with who they are. Them pass laws for us to respect their feelings. Nobody respect the true African spirit. No laws to say you have to respect the true African feeling. The true naturistic feeling. But we can't even talk against the LGBTQ community. Because we have to respect what the people might go through, which I do have a problem with. But all of a sudden, the African man, the African man, right? With him natural elements, or in him natural elements, he put it under one rock. Because he might go hurt somebody for expressing true feelings. You see? Because it's not a natural feeling where he might produce. And him not have no control over the chemical where he might release. And the chemical where she release. You see? But in everything calls a discipline. You see? Everything calls a discipline. And one part of discipline is honesty. The man them we can't keep up to the monogamous European doctrine or agenda. Be honest with your woman. If she want pack up and go on, make she pack up and go on. Because you go continue to go out there and find some little vulnerable girls where you think say because they're vulnerable, you can get away with it. Because you're not going to go look for a woman where you look for a quote-unquote perfect relationship too. See, man, not go out there go look for a woman when things are all the shit. Because I already have a wife. Quote-unquote the perfect family. So what you think you might go look for? He might go look for some woman where him just know say, yo, I go to just look sex involved, you know, and them gonna do two little things to them and who you think he's gonna look for? Some woman who want a ring too? Some woman who think say a shit can make party? Him not gonna look for that. So he might go find somebody to let off him true African self-pan. And at this so him find comfort. Unfortunately, we have a social media era where not even them one day hold nothing anymore. Because those are the ones where man used to take up because them vulnerable and them who have needs and them think their man say, yo, if me do something, so she, I me take care of she, I me rent a house and put she in, she go alright and she not go talk because they don't know, say me a supporting system. That no work no more because they can go up on OnlyFans, then can go up on TikTok and get 60,000 people to follow them, and then can go live and then can make $200 for the day. So the little $100 where you did that plan figure, she gonna make 200 now, but it's temporary. You see? The only problem is, him alone get catch for now. I am alone get catch for now. But me guarantee you, sisters, the little girl them where you see a long out tongue and a long out tongue, long like you from Yasa to Jerusalem, no say your husband when in there they watch a long tongue where she a long out, him I think, you know yourself when I say that one, that tongue depend him right now. You know if you agree with me. Prove me wrong. You know if you agree. Just prove me wrong. You know if you quarrel. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You see? Prove me wrong. A successful African man is looking to enhance his wealth to protect his generation and his generation to come. You see? Grown men that can provide, care for, protect your family. Be fucking honest and stop with the lies. These women would rather you hide and lie to them until them find out. Then drop a ground and ball and every one of them group up and tumble down for you. Stop hiding your true self. And ladies, if you want to have two man too, just tell the man say a two man you want. Make me decide if me want come add in at the pool. Make me decide if me want come put my penis where a man just ejaculated film semen. And help mix up the cement. Or the mortar like me go lay black. Yeah, be honest too. Yeah. So make we all be honest. But one thing we no can override. Or when a system can override. And the natural order of life. Cannot. Uno could have tried like a more. Go on! Tell me how it's going in a 1 year with a new man where you find. Me know a woman who left them good African man but white men better. And when racism reach them, now them nastiness, and when them have it, them can't go to certain function with the family because the man say, I don't think it's a good idea, you know, because my grandfather is racist and I don't want him to say anything to offend you. Look at Megan, go marry to the prince. The prince have to run out of the palace with her. You see? Candice Owen, she have to cuss black people to fit in. You see? Me just see one with a boxer, where they married to a white sister, and she said she was there supporting him all of these years, even though they're exes now. She want half. Oh, me see one with the football player with the transfer, everything in her mother name, and the woman must quote unquote set him up. If say, him rape her friend, take him to court, say she want half. Fortunately, he put everything in her mother name. So run, go on to your knight and shining armor. Tell me how it's going in 1 or 2 years. You see? When you breed, when you get pregnant, when you reproduce, and you start get the bad treatment and want to leave with the child. And when them take you in front of the courts, and the courts rule that you are not fit, you are not a fit mother. You're unfit to be a mother. Or you have mental disorder. Yeah. Go on. Run along. Dog the black man. Kick out the black man. Leave the black man. Fuck on the black man. And go find your perfect life. And tell me how it's going in 1 or 2 years. You see? Go. No for you want something. No for you woman. You need to go get some reality check. No for you woman, we in our 40s and boss, so you left on a man for run go pick up man because you man this and you man get pitney. You want some reality check. You see? And no for you make man out there live careless. Because him have to hide and just deal with the little quote unquote stregger them. Because him thinks him safe with dealing with the streggers them. Make him can't go take up no respectable woman and have a relationship with. You see? Him can't take up no woman way. You know? Him say boy this is going to be a big situation like him have to go home at night time and this and that and all them things that were. You understand? So him just pick up the little waste them. Him just pick up some little waste on the road. Some little girl, some man go sex stripper. Some man go sex prostitute. Because him thinks that him secret safe with them. And somehow no man. You no need to try and go to the hotel room with that same woman they tell me about. The man where she go the woman will follow her husband and go see him in the hotel room. I do the orgy them with the other man them. Go. Me I always do my best to protect anybody in my union. You see? And me a no fool in my union. Me a lion in my union. And me learn how to be a lion in my union. Me study how to be a lion in my union. You see? Yeah. Me learn the hard way to be a lion in my union. And me continue to learn how to be a lion in my union. And no man nah come raise my pitney them at this stage of my life. If me have control, can have them under my roof. Any woman want go and take pitney and drag pitney and go, and anytime nothing reach a pitney them, blame your glad self. As for now, once you want to stay under my roof with my pitney them, when me can know say Carter did so, me can check up on him, DeAndre did so, and anybody under my roof me know say me have full control. That means me can sit down and talk to them, and me can share things with them, and me can say, talk to daddy. You see? Because now me realize how wicked the world is. You see? When me want me youth them able to come to me and talk to me as daddy. Me no want pull up on no gate and me pitney them and come out to me. Me want pull up and park and go inside and lay down and sleep, and when them wake up them see me, even if me not dead 24/7, even if me dead because me have to share another home, because me polygamous by nature, and me not hide me true self from a woman. You see? Because me not gonna be a liar to the day me die. Because until the day me die, me gonna be an African. Until the day me die, me gonna be a lion. Europeans can't change that. And no Europeans doctrine and dogma can't change that. So brother CMR and all who know the way I try to live that lie there. And when you not get catch the same world where you know a lie to a them dog you know. Notice when woman go fuck pan if you see nobody out there but finna brother. Notice when woman go fuck pan if you see nobody out there keep no live and a dog are. Notice when a woman go fuck pan if you see nobody a ball and nobody a say oh wicked she is. Notice it. But notice when you get caught, how then deal with you. You see? So you have to be your true self. Sit down with your woman and say, this is the truth. If you can deal the monogamous situation, God go with you. Praises be unto whosoever you worship. But not every man can do it. And that's the truth. Are you a provider? Are you a protector? Don't do it if you're none of those. Don't try it if you're none of those. You see? Because you must be able to provide and protect. And with that comes respect and every other thing where they want to add to it. You see? That means you can't have no job and want to have two women. You see? Girl can't mind you and you have 2-3 women. Because once a woman a mind you, you are a bitch. Because a woman a work and mind you. Because you're lazy. You're not qualified. And your life is based on sex. My life is not based on sex only. You see? Sex is too overrated. Me I deal with generational wealth. Me I deal with protection. Me I deal with caring. Me I deal with looking out for my pitney them future. So anybody who want to join in this wealth, here we go. If you don't want to join in the wealth or stay in the wealth, go your bumbuckler ways. Me not lie to nobody. You see? And me no want my children them come lie to nobody neither. And if you can't deal with the truth, go and deal with the lies where other man are going to tell you. Because woe be unto those men. We get up every day and tell us, say, baby, you know, say me not have nothing. Baby, me, baby. No, Sammy, that never look for another woman. Me love you like how Jesus love little children. Lie. Him does not fuck nobody in your league. The man will come tell us, say, oh, me? No. And him just not get catch yet. Him not fucking in your league. Around a back road him there. Or down at the strip club. Or maybe in a one of them hotel room there with him friend them. A Marvin Gate out. Go. Prove me wrong. And hear me now? You may be lucky if you find a one man out there, a two man out there, a three man out there with stay so you know people. Me no say it no exist. Me no say it no exist. But me know say there must be an issue when even the pastor upon the pulpit will preach every Sunday about this thing, yeah, and try indoctrinate the whole congregation about this thing, yeah. All of a sudden we hear say, pastor, breed such and such in the church. Pastor, they with such and such in the church. Pastor, this and that. Why you think the pastor upon the pulpit preach every Sunday and not even him can do it? Because it's not natural for Africans to be monogamous. Getting on head. That's why the pastor will believe in a hell and thinks him go burn up if he commit sin. Can't hold it neither. Can't hold it. And them say if we penis dead when we reach certain age, here we go now. That's because we don't base everything upon sex. But me will live with the dead penis at certain age because certain age me not think so me I go base every my life upon sex at certain age. Me not go base my life upon sex during that time there. Me I go say yeah, mission accomplished. And me pitney them past the worst. And the body, the flesh, will go back to the earth. You see? And no one then me get a little piece of, and me check the herbalist, them and get one little thing we can get it up long enough for me can do my little thing. You see? And by then me will practice off a bow. You see? Because we don't value everything past sex. You see? It's a reason why when you're in your young days, your penis get up and it point up on you. And as you start to age, it start looking down. It start looking down. It's just not we can't. Our feelings and our emotions or whatever the hell we developed are cultivated cannot go against the order of nature. That is nature. And just so it go. Who no have issues too? Who no pum pum get dry? Who no reach menopause? Somehow who no get more turned on and start fuck pan the man too. No for who no talk about this whole monogamous thing, you know. When you know in no stages where you not really have the high sex drive there, you know. But when you no clock pass, you no 40 go, you no 45, you know. When you start have problem because we not go up so again, and when we start decrease now, when I come down, that when phone sex drive turn up and we have some little young boy I dig out in the hole. And we so fool we can't catch you know. We can't catch you know. You see? Because we're not so smart. Uno label all uno look a young boy them now on the phone as all Michelle. You see? Michelle and Simone. And Megan. Uno have codes we uno use. We uno know so them little young boy they can take the money where we have and mine them to have put them in a nice pretty clothes and all of them things. And them little young boy through them a deal with prostitution. With Uno, them keep them mouth shut. And I like them little girl that Shani, and the next little 18-year-old one CMR go deal with, we come talk. Little boys when them a get paid for sex. Them big old grandma, yeah, them not talk. Because them want come on internet, come throw it up. Them want come on internet, come wear and show off bling. And one bag of thing and show off the new BMW where she buy him. And because we so damn fool for go know all of the business for run and go know all of the money for control, we not even check say. We no did buy him all a BMW. You see? Because family so wicked, we totally cut off all of our family them. And put you in charge of everything because we don't have we back for years. Them days when you never have such a high sex drive. Now you have the high sex drive, you fuck some little young boy, and you have the little bonner boy, them and you take care of them, and them not talk. So for no secret, them not come out. We were going to take up the little stregger them out of the road, they not no sense. Then just find two little idiot girl getting at their ears and then come bust it out and leak it. And guess what? Them can do it because you have another man out there ready to pick up the streggy them again. Because there are so many brothers out there where look for a streggy. Because him in a relationship I tell beer lie. And them girls are in high demand. The only one problem we have now is the social media era. And then come chat. You see? So continue. Go for it. Go for it. No for you want some real problem. No for you have a man and him have a little one baby mother where he knows saying yeah him baby mother that and him know say yo she straight and know say yeah she have him back and he set her up now in business too and him put roof over their head too and he make certain time pitney them and he pitney them taking care of all the baby mother them more time as she look out for all the other pitney them too, you know. As she keep all as she have him back more than all you to sometime, you know. She look out for all them pitney them like a fear pitney them too, you know. And because the man come and the man be honest with you, you know, when you left the man and gone, but when you go find Mr. Perfect, go on. Because Mr. Perfect out there waiting. If you find two of the little streggy them when you can hide and fuck. You see? And the little streggy them wicked and wassy and wild. And them know if you do the dick twist. They know if you do the dick twist. And when they hold dick and a twist dick to you're dead in the show. You see? Go lang. Uno go on. Go. Because one thing for sure. The man na go shot a pum-pum. You think a pum-pum uno base everything pan. Uno base everything pan sex. Well, guess what? News for you. The man who is doing well, the wealthy black man, will never be shot a pum-pum. Get in your head. Pum-pum is not the problem. Honesty are a problem. Generational wealth are a problem. Staying in our children's lives are a problem. Getting our outside children then when we go get under duress. Because sometimes we not treat you like garbage and lock all shop and we have to go look one pum pum a road. And so do it today they have developed feelings to the woman out the road. Because we did just see her and she just say something wrong in our life. No for one woman. A woman pick up say something wrong in our life. And she pounce on it because the intuitive mind, her intuition kick in. She said something wrong with him. She said him not smell good this morning like him never put on a proper cologne. She look on him clothes and she said him not dress, him have money and him not dress good. Remember, say the woman you go find the snake in the garden for giving knowledge and wisdom. You think say that change? You think say all of a sudden that intuitive mind there, you think say gone away? She pick up on it. She pick up say you're not feed him properly because his belly look like pampas fish. She pick up say you feed him with beer pus. Like him a eat beer milk a morning time and cereal and come to work. Him sit down beside her and when him poop, she said that man not eat properly. She pick up on that. Go on like say you can't fool nobody boy ya. And things say you know some sisters out there where pick up on the things that you not do. And I do it for no man. You not fool nobody. Go and go find you miss her right. Because you not go treat him the same fucking way and him go have the same problem. The only thing is him not go be honest. Big up on yourself. One love.